My name is Paul Giacomotto. I'm the Deputy Regional Director of Strategic Partnerships with the Division of Apprenticeship Standards, and I'm here with Doug Howell.
Good. Thank you, Paul. I'm Doug Howell. I'm the State Director for California for the Office of Apprenticeship for the Department of Labor.
Today we're going to be talking about the program standards that are associated with registered apprenticeship. And we're going to talk about this in two different ways a little bit. Paul, being part of the state of California, there are some slight differences in registered apprenticeship standards than there are for DOL, so we'll talk about those. But this presentation you're going to see is a little bit more geared toward our process, which is DAS's process, and then Doug will jump in and share what's different about the DOL process.
Sounds good.
All right, so we'll go to the next slide. A little bit about our division, the Division of Apprenticeship Standards. So we're here as an organization to assist employers and organizations and apprentices, especially when developing a skilled workforce through registered apprenticeship model. And our current Governor Gavin Newsom has put a goal together for establishing 500,000 earn and learn apprenticeships by 2029. So that's the goal that we are driving towards. And DOL has a similar goal to increase registered apprenticeship, right?
Yes, we do. We have a goal of 750,000 apprentices as a nationwide.
Yep. So we will continue to push forward, and so I want to give a little bit of that background before we get started into more about what these standards are. All right, so program standards for the Division of Apprenticeship Standards is in California. They are standards which are a framework for all parties to follow and acts as a contract of sorts that the California Division of Apprenticeship Standards registers with the state. So it's really just it's one form that all of the information about the program is going to be on, and signatures are provided there. And that's pretty much similar to how yours is set up.
That's correct, Paul. Our framework is also the same. We have a document. It's all set up, and it mirrors pretty much to what DAS has. We have the body of the standards and appendixes that are added to with the signature pages also.
Okay, so that's just the most basic level that we want to talk about. What our program standards is really the framework for all parties that are agreeing to
and how similar they are to each other.
Absolutely. All right, so the program standards, this slide talks a little bit about the details that are associated with the program standards. The beginning of the standards is the program sponsor's name and contact information, followed by the California boilerplate language, which can include rules, regulations, and labor code that need to be supportive of the standards. And following that is the appendix sections, which focus more on the occupation types, depending on what that program is looking for. So within those occupation type appendixes is the term for the registered apprenticeship, how long that is, followed by related supplemental instruction, which is the educational piece that goes with apprenticeship. And then on-the-job training work processes or competencies. And lastly, a wage progression schedule. So those are the main components to each of these appendixes that follows the boilerplate language that we have. Separate to California is we have a local education agency that needs to be involved, and what their role is to sanction the curriculum. Either they can deliver curriculum themselves, or if a program has another way that they want to support the education system portion of the program standards, then an LEA can come in and sanction that and sign off on it. That's something different in California. And then there's a committee list that would be tied to the standards as well. If there is a program that has multiple employers, if it's a single employer program, a committee is not necessary. Still, you can have that, but if you do have multiple employers, then we look for a committee list as well. And then finally, obviously, signatures by all parties involved in that. We do that manually within the state of California. We have different templates depending on the program, but with the division or DOL, there's a different process slightly.
Yeah, ours is very similar to yours. The only process that's different is, like you said, you mentioned that we do not require the LEA, but we do have a boilerplate set of standards that has all this language in it. It has a title page on the front. It does go through the document with about the regulations, and we do have the same appendixes that you guys have here at DAS. The only thing that's different is that the committee list is not required on ours. If they do have a multiple employers, we require the multiple signatures though.
Makes sense. And then there's a standards builder now.
Oh, yes. That's great thing to bring up, Paul. We do have a program now that's accessible through our apprenticeship.gov website, and it's called Standards Builder. So organizations could go into there and they could create the documents themselves by going in and logging in. They create a login.gov email address and login, and they could go in and create these boilerplate sets of standards just by answering a few questions on our internet on the website there, and it generates these for us, and they get notified. I get notification of them, and then I require to submit them to our staff to go through a review process.
Nice.
It's a little bit quicker.
It's easy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. Lastly, we'll just say thank you. If you need more information, there at the bottom, dir.ca.gov/DAS, that goes to the Division of Apprenticeship Standards website. And within that website, there is a contact us page based on sector or based on sectors or regions that you want to maybe have an apprenticeship start in. And then
you can reach out to the DOL through the apprenticeship.gov website. And on that website, we also have a contact us spot where you could reach out to my office in California for any help.
yeah, look forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to us.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.